welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. Welcome to the family. If you are new, please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And of course, welcome back to all my oldies but goodies. So skin is ready. I put my moisturizer, sunscreen. Even though it's raining, you still have to put your sunscreen every single day. I will eventually comb my hair, I promise. So let's just start with some primer. I used this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip primer the other day and I'm like, I forgot how good it is, you know? I always do like 2 pumps because I like to spread it all over. And this is a gripping primer. It's not going to blur anything. It's not going to fill in pores. It's just going to really grip the foundation onto the skin. Because it is a little colder today. My skin may or may not get oilier. It depends. But for the most part, I have oily skin like all year round. It doesn't really change. So with primer, you want to really let it absorb into the skin for a little bit so your foundation can lay nicely. So I'll be back. So it's been about a minute, but while we wait, let's talk about this foundation. Here is the Very Red box. I've never owned anything Valentino, so this is my first item. This is how the foundation looks. The packaging immediately reminds me of the Shiseido foundation. It has SPF 26. Although this has SPF, I always recommend to wear your own. SPF 26, it ain't enough. So let's open her up. Okay, nice bottle. I like this gold. It's not that yellow cheapy gold. Let's shake her up. You always want to shake your foundations. This is $64 and it's a 0.84 ounce bottle. Your average foundation bottle is 1 whole ounce. We don't even get that here. This actually recently released in Sephora maybe like 2 weeks ago. This foundation isn't really new. It's been out for like maybe like 3 months. I've seen it around. So just wanted to give you guys that tidbit. It's also available online only. So let's just start this. I have the olive with neutral undertone. It has good texture, but it feels lightweight. So as always, I like to apply my foundation with my finger and really just rub it in. Also, so I can feel it and tell you how it feels. It feels nice though. It's blending into the skin very nicely. Very natural. Color's actually perfect. Okay, so it is drying down matte. It's a semi-matte and you can definitely tell. So you kind of have to work quick because it looks like it's staying put. You see the before and after? I get my sponge, get a little bit, and then just look. Kind of just spread it out, blend it a little more. Always avoid the under eye area when I apply foundation because less product there, the better. I think with this, it kind of sheared out the foundation a little bit, which happens with sponges. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is apply this side on and give you all the info about the product. The new Valentino Very Valentino 24-hour wear liquid foundation retails for $64. I'm in the shade MN3 for medium skin with olive neutral undertones. Comes in 40 shades. This is a semi-matte foundation that perfectly balances 3 foundation dreams: buildable coverage, breathable texture, and long-lasting up to 24-hour wear. It is formulated with an exclusive light-lasting technology which delivers buildable medium coverage that is hydrating and transfer resistant. A little definitely goes a long way. We did build it up a little bit. Let me put my earring back on. I don't feel like I'm looking super flawless like I should for $64. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you, because you can see pores kind of peeking through. Like, it looks radiant. I don't know. Like, I'm looking at my skin like, girl, I better look super flawless. Drying down for sure. It's like a radiant with a matte. Kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury one. Oh, like, you see right here? You can see that texture. Like right there. Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm glad you guys can see because you need to see everything. Okay. It is currently $7.23. What I usually do with foundation is really let it sit on the skin without doing anything to show you guys how it dries down. And that also helps with longevity, especially because we have oily skin. So it's been 20 minutes. I finished up my makeup, well, my eyes. So I just want to show you how the skin looks. Actually, let me show you first with the lights turned off. It looks very similar. You see that radiance that we still have, but it's dried down matte onto the skin. Pleasantly surprised. Does it feel dry? It feels a little dried down. but not completely dried down matte. It has like a dry, radiant feel. But I like how the skin maintained itself. It didn't completely change. It didn't completely dry down. So what I'm gonna do is just add some concealer, set the face, and I'll be back. Get this Makeup Forever setting powder and use my powder puff to really work this powder in, making sure this foundation is locked all day long. Setting powder really does help like the finish of the skin. It kind of really could blur everything and make everything look really nice. It looks fairly natural considering this is a pretty medium to full coverage foundation. But look, doesn't the skin look good? I'm pleasantly surprised how well the foundation sets. What I'm gonna do is finish up the face, adding some bronzer and blush, and I'll be back. Nada on everything. I straightened my hair, but this side's a little puffy, you see? Anywho's, okay, let's get real close. I only put bronzer, blush. You guys saw no highlight ever because, you know, we highlight ourselves with this oily skin. So let's look, turning off the light. Skin looks really good. There's still a little, you know, there's the radiance still going. Bronzer and blush really sit well onto the skin. Okay, not bad, not bad. Me gusta, me gusta. You know, we're gonna be here 2 days, really putting this $64 foundation to the test. Let's go in front of the window. It's super gloomy, so hopefully you get a little bit of something. And see you later. Bye. All right, fam, there's a little bit of, you know, daylight. Look at how the skin looks. I actually like this shade too. I wasn't sure which shade to get, but look. You see how it matches pretty well? See, what do you think? What do you think? So what do you think how the skin looks? I'm like, okay, I'm not completely convinced on how it looks. But you know, we don't know yet till tomorrow because, you know, we change it up on this channel. So yeah, this is it. See you later. Hey guys, I'm back. So it is 9:30. We've had the foundation on for about maybe 14 hours. But of course, before we get started, I do want to show you how the skin was looking at around 1 or 2 o'clock. We did have good sunlight because I told you guys it was raining, but the skin was looking pretty good. It was looking very radiant though. And at this point, it was like 5 or 6 hours in. So that's always an indication on how we look right now. About 13 to 14 hours later, we look pretty oily. I must say, this is, mind you, it's been very cold. So colder weather creates dryness on the skin, and for some reason it looked like I put some freaking Vaseline on my face. It was raining, I didn't go outside, so my skin wasn't really exposed to elements. So let's get real close and see. You could see all my texture here and here. Very oily. Very oily. I like don't look gastada per se, like you looking at me, but I feel gastada. Do you know what I mean? I'm very oily. I'm a lot oilier than I ever anticipated because it is a semi-matte. So let's just tap this face and see how the skin would look. Yeah, you can see like it does accentuate a lot of my pores and texture. You see all that texture right there? That I mean, I do have. I'm not trying to hide it, but a foundation shouldn't accentuate that, you know? I will see you either tomorrow or the next day. And yeah, this is it for day numero uno using Valentino's foundation. And yeah, see you later. Bye. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to day 2. I didn't film yesterday, so we're back today because I filmed another video. Let's start with, we're gonna apply it differently because I think application was the issue last time. So I'm gonna get this flat brush, grab some foundation, and start painting it on. So we're gonna do thin layers. There's a bit of a fragrance to this foundation. It smells like a little perfumey. I find that a lot of high-end like these types of brands, like the 50 and up sort of foundations, always have like a scent in them. Okay, so now I really like this shade. It's really nice. Get this brush and we're gonna work this foundation in. doing tapping motions. Okay, let's build it up a little bit more. I'm getting like this much. It does oxidize too. You see how it goes on lighter? I like to always get the mouth very well. Last time we had a lot of texture in the center of the face, so we're gonna avoid that area. We probably had too much product there. And also without using primer, we can see how the foundation works on its own. Back in and just let's stipple this out closely with the lights turned off. The skin doesn't look better today. I don't know, we have the same radiance, but I think applying it with the brush. Currently 7:21. Let's wait around the 20 minutes and see how the foundation looks. Okay, nada with makeup on. It's been a longer time than 20 minutes. I feel like the skin looks better today. Look, you see how it just looks radiant? You don't see a lot of texture. I feel like yesterday, well, the day before, we saw a lot of texture early on. We still have a radiant look with good amount of coverage. I didn't have high expectations, to tell you the truth, about today, but of course we always have to give things a second try so you guys can see how things look, you know? I'm now gonna set my face with this Huda Beauty setting powder in banana bread using my also favorite powder puff, working the powder in, locking this bad boy in. Setting the skin, it looks so much better today. You see how nice the skin looks? It looks lightweight on the skin after setting it. And yeah, you can still see some of my skin peeking through. Application is key when it comes to this type of foundation. So what I'm gonna do is just finish up the face and I'll be back. Full face and everything. I use the same products I used last time just so we can stay consistent. Bronzer looks good, not patchy. It went on very, very smoothly. And it looks so much better today. Like 100 times better than day one. Like the skin looks like skin, but we have a good amount of coverage. We have a good amount of radiance. I don't feel like it's as matte as it was the first day when I was applying it and blending it out. It gave me more of that radiant, glidey feel on the skin. As you guys know, we're not using primer, so maybe this foundation just works a little better without primer. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes foundations need primer. It just all depends, you know? Oh, before I forget, on my eyes I have the Milani Ungilded Mattes palette, and on my lips I have the Maybelline Stone and the e.l.f. lip pencil in light brown. Let's just jump in front of the window so you guys can see that sunlight view, and see you later. Bye. Here we are. I'm like still surprised because I was totally like, no, I don't like this foundation, but look at this skin. It just looks natural. It looks like your skin. I mean, you know, with pigment and foundation, you can still see your skin. It doesn't look like it looked on day one, huh? Look at this. I'm just shocked, as you can tell. But okay, bye. I'm back. It is 8 o'clock. We've had the foundation on for about 12 hours. My braid even came out. Of course, before we get started, I do want to show you how the skin was looking at around 3:34. And at this point, I did not really like how the skin was looking. It looked fine, but I felt like it should have held up better. In daylight, you can really see like my pores and like the oils coming through, especially around my nose area. I feel like I look gastada and disheveled all at the same time. Let me show you what I'm talking about. My bronzer got a little patchy, but it's okay. I did wear my mask, but my nose, like it collected on my nose and I'm a little bit oily. I feel like on camera it looks better than in person. I can see a little bit of my texture there. My mouth right here is kind of gone. You see this whole area right here. For $64, I'm expecting this foundation to have the skin looking flawless all day long. It's a type of foundation that works for 5 to 6 hours and it starts to break apart. Then you can see your pores, you can see your texture. It looks nice initially, but throughout the day, it just doesn't have that long wear capability. What I expect for such a high-end brand and a high-end foundation, I just feel like average. It doesn't wow me. I'm not as oily as I thought I would be though. Anytime I don't like a foundation, I like to recommend something that's very, very similar. Was this Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. It's so beautiful. It keeps your skin looking flawless all day long. This one is cheaper and it's so much better. Let me know your thoughts. Have you seen reviews? Have you used it? Let me know. They just released most of their collection or their entire collection at Sephora. So let me know your thoughts. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.